Hello and welcome to episode 1447 of The Sleeper and the Bust. It is Friday, August 29th. I'm your host, Paul Sporer, joined this afternoon by Justin Mason. Justin, how's it going?
It's going end of the month, which means a busy day in my day job and holiday weekend coming up. So that just compounds things. So it was a little bit difficult to even get on the episode. So hopefully we can just bang this out and get ready for the last month of the season.
Last month of the season, we get a holiday weekend. We're ready to roll. We did have to push our Thursday episode covering the rest of the meatball, but that's still going to be fresh even next week. So Joe, Justin, and I will get together next week, finish that up with the pitchers, but we didn't want to leave you all hanging with two steps going into the holidays. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with those that were auto starting. And I realize I should have been saying these kind of every week because somebody had a question about Max Scherzer, and I'm like, well, yeah, he's an auto starter. And it's like, well, he is kind of debatable in some formats, so I should at least name these. So we'll do this going forward for the rest of this year, and then, of course, starting next year. So Ryan Nelson, Brian Bayo, Hunter Green, Noah Cameron, Max Fried, Dylan Cease, Luis Castillo, and Sonny Gray. I'm not questioning them anywhere. And that doesn't mean that you have to start them in your shallower formats, but that they're not really up for debate in terms of can I start them. They're on the table everywhere for me, and so we don't really need to spend time on them. So let's start with Luis Morales for the Athletics. Double dip on the road at St. Louis at the Angels. Are both being on the road enough to get you anywhere near Morales? Nice prospect, but still having some command issues that are prevalent with rookies. What do you think about him?
Oh man, like he's coming off of some pretty impressive starts here. Like he went from only going 2 innings to all of a sudden he is dominating. It's like I almost don't know how you don't use him,
He cut
especially
up my guys. His great
yeah.
outing against Tigers. I was so impressed.
And like I said, his top tier prospect. The command control issues are there. Like you watch him pitch, he can definitely not even just like inning to inning, like it's pitch to pitch. He can miss his spots and have a hard time finding the zone. So there's a lot of risk. Very similar to teammate Jacob Lopez. Let's pour one out for his season.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I think unless you really are being really really careful about your ratios, but even then, like I think you got to do this, right?
Yeah, I really like Morales here, especially with both on the road. And he's been doing some of this damage at home, including the one against my Tigers where I was really impressed with watching him. Yeah, of course, everything's going to be trumped by your league situation, y'all, and we won't be able to cover all of those. They're going to be unique to y'all if you're protecting ratios, if you're chasing, if you're wins, if you're strikeouts, all that sort of stuff. So we'll throw some of those caveats in, but generally we're still trying to go for global recommendations or where they're best utilized. But I like Morales. What about Colin Ray for the Cubs here? He's going to be Atlanta and Washington both at home, so both in Wrigley. I feel like he's on the wins chase side of things. However, you're kind of balancing it. Where do you come out with Ray?
This is tough. I mean, Washington and Atlanta, like you're not super worried, but they do have bruisers in that lineup.
Definitely.
So that becomes the difficult question: is do you want a guy like Colin Ray that just got absolutely shellacked
By the Giants in San Francisco, too, a spot where you
yeah.
feel strongly starting him. So a dud is always looming with Ray, no matter how well he's pitching.
It's not a matter of like control, right? Ray's got really really good control. He just doesn't have very good stuff. Like
Right.
this is an older guy. Well, actually, is he older?
Yeah, I think he's like 32,
35.
33.
He's 35.
35 even, okay.
Yeah, like my guess is stuff plus is like in the 80s, right?
I'm going to look at that.
Oh, it's 95. That's actually way better than I gave it credit for.
Yeah,
but
I would have thought lower too. But hey,
like he needs to mix and match really well and have a team that's going to be overly aggressive for things to work. And I don't know that I trust him. I just don't think the skills are good enough.
yeah, his margin for error is certainly thin, as evidenced by a 17% K rate. That is so bad. 7% walk rate's pretty good, but you really need like a 3-4% to justify that low of a strikeout rate. Too many homers, too many hits. He is volatile. The bomb is always looming overhead. Like I said with Colin Ray, I do think it is a pure wins chase. If you are doing that, yes, he has 10 wins. If you can take on mediocre starts, if you can go 5 innings, 4 runs and a win, and that's good for you, then Ray is your guy. But if you need to be careful with ratios, at all, you need to get away from Colin Ray. Cleveland's going to run 2 here. Parker Messick and Slade Ciccone. Ciccone or Ciccone? Ciccone, I think.
Ciccone,
at Boston. Yeah. At Boston, at Tampa Bay. 2 tough venues here. Let's start with the rookie Messick, the lefty. Can we get here with these 2 spots? At the Red Sox, at the Rays, Fenway, and St. Pete's.
Have you watched him pitch yet?
I have not seen him. I've only seen the stats, and they've been electric.
He's been fun to watch. I really like him. Really, really just like saying like, hey, I'm going to throw my stuff at you, and I'm going to see if you can hit it.
See, he's got the walk rate to have such a low, and his strikeout rate's 24%. It's not even that low, but 2% walk rate. Now we're talking.
He has a 78% first pitch strike rate and a 58% zone rate. Like those are obscene numbers. Like,
he's attacking.
He's saying like I'm putting this in the zone. Like you come and get it.
118 location plus for Parker Messick.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
If he starts going out of the zone, which I assume he will at some point, to just get guys to chase, because once the book is out that he's just attacking the zone, people are just gonna try to jump on him early.
Right.
He's gonna get a ton of swings and misses. Like I think like this. Yes, the ratios have been electric. And we're like, oh no, but where are the strikeouts? The strikeouts were there in the minors. He was a 30% strikeout guy, pretty much all throughout the minor leagues.
Yeah,
I really like Messick. I'm picking him up if he's available in any leagues. If you haven't picked him up, run to the wire to do so. Like I mean, he's probably not available in 15s, but in 10s and 12s, he might be.
I'm with you. I like Messick quite a bit. He's really good. Another one here for Cleveland that might be a hit. We'll see where it goes. Got some like lefty Bibee vibes from the beginning when Bibee first started. Although Bibee wasn't running a 2% walk rate, that's just so standout right now. And I'm eager to see how he evolves, because I agree. I think Messick will start to leave the zone more, try different things, and if the strikeouts go up, then we have an absolute stud. What about Ciccone? He's had his ups and downs. He was hot for a minute, had a shellacking or 2 there. Mm-hmm. Where do we stand now in the final month with Ciccone, who's going on? This will be 19 and 20 starts of the season. So, well into his MLB high of innings, past 100 for the first time.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be kind of hard to trust rest of the way. He's a guy that I like long-term for the future, but you are starting to see kind of the wear and the tear of the season going on that have led to some uneven outings and even uneven moments within good outings. His last 2 outings were pretty good, but he had moments where he struggled.
He's just not missing bats as much anymore.
Yeah,
and he never was, even at his peak. No. Ciccone wasn't like crazy missing bats, but he's at 19% K rate, 9% swinging strikes. So the ball's in play a lot. We're seeing that 6% walk rate. So again, does have that really good walk rate to help. But a 1.8 homer 9 really puts such a small margin for error with him.
I'd almost rather see him get outside the zone more. Like don't. He's
maybe that's the way to go to amp up the Ks.
Ciccone is like a 56% zone rate right now. I'd like to see that closer to like 52 or 53, and I think you could get some, because like it's pretty good stuff for the most part. Like well, actually, Stuff Plus says it's not, so maybe I'm wrong. But
I wonder how much of that. Okay, so, and I don't know. I need to understand the stat better.
Yeah,
like how much of your results?
We need Eno to do a class at First Pitch Arizona.
How much of your results are in there? Like, if you have a high swinging strike rate, does it make the Stuff Plus better, or does a good Stuff Plus mean you will get better swing? I don't know. I need to better understand.
I want a panel. I want a Stuff Plus panel.
I know higher equals better, obviously, but I need to know the inner workings a little bit better, so I'm going to commit to learning that. But with Ciccone here, he's really scary. And with a 1.8 homer 9, I'm thinking it's really only in the Hail Mary zone when I'm just kind of throwing anything and I'll take something off the wire. He's a decent streamer, but it's a full streamer where every time out has his equal chance to get bombed out as he does to succeed. That's where I'm at with Ciccone. So I'm trying not to start him.
Yeah, especially when you're at Boston, which is a good offense, and Tampa Bay, which has been up and down, but you're in Tampa Bay and St. Pete.
With a 1.8 homer. In fact, you know what? I'm going full no. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm
pulling back. I'm going full no anyway.
I think this is a 15-team Hail Mary, and that's it.
And then that's like maybe
Yeah.
because is he even going to help? You're trying to get so lucky. All right, that's Slade Ciccone. Aaron Savali now at Minnesota, at Detroit. Stayed with the White Sox, kind of ends up being the team leader on the pitching side. We saw Mike Tauchman stay around for similar reasons to kind of be the team leader on the hitting side. Did I say hitting for Savali too? On the pitching side,
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, it's been a little rough. Started off all right with them, but he's at a 5.37 ERA, 1.37 WHIP. I mean, this is Savali. This is very much in line with who he is. But any vibes of starting him here with both games on the road? By the way, Chicago playing a lot better lately. I know that's not going to make you like chase a win with Savali, but at least the win probability is up with their starters. Is he doing anything that can get you on board here?
No. I mean, he's been absolutely destroyed in a few outings recently. He's only gone deep enough to even qualify for a win in 2 of his last 4. I don't think that he's on pitches on the White Sox. This to me is just a no-go outside of like, what are those leagues, the hacking mass leagues where you like...
Oh, yeah. Where you're trying to get the most volume of bad.
Yeah, where you're trying to lose, or if you're in a dynasty league and you need the innings requirements,
there you go.
But you're rebuilding, right? Like that's where. And can we just like go back to when Aaron Savali was traded for Andrew Vaughn, and I said in one of my chats on Fangraphs, like right afterwards, like I don't understand this move from the White Sox perspective. Like, why would you like I know Vaughn is in the minors and the struggle, but like this is still former top,
Such a sell low. It was, I don't know, it just didn't seem right,
And I've said it here before, like my wife works with Andrew Vaughn's father.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Vaughn could not be happier in Milwaukee. So you
good.
Brewers
I mean, it's
fans,
working out so well.
Yeah, you Brewers fans got just an absolute steal, and I'm happy for you guys.
They have such a great org, and honestly, the way that org was the main reason that I had hope. It was really just a bet on Milwaukee and the things that they've done with development. Can they get the best out of him? That's what I'm hoping for. It's not even that I thought like, excuse me, that Andrew Vaughn was going to become a second half stud. I just hoped he would because I like Andrew Vaughn and I was rooting for him. So I'm glad he's been doing well. Let's move on to Charlie Morton. We're not starting Savali anywhere. Charlie Morton's going to get the Mets and the White Sox at home. Again, not as easy with the White Sox. They've been playing a lot better offensively. Chasing any wins here with Morton? You're muted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm muted. It's once an episode, so I think I am. I think I'm chasing at least that Chicago win, right? I think you have to.
I mean, even though they're better, like I still favor the Tigers, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not scared really. You're just more mindful of like I'm not starting anybody blindly against the White Sox, which I was doing for most of the year.
And yeah, he's been uneven since Morton's been uneven since coming to Detroit. But he, of his 5 starts since being traded, 3 of them have been pretty damn good.
And look at the 2 bad ones. Look at the K totals.
Yeah.
10 and 7. So still missing bats and giving you something.
And we've talked about this year. Like the Angels can get to you, and going to Sacramento is tough, especially this time of year because it is finally hot. So
yeah.
I'm not,
I was not
really
surprised.
I'm not really worried about that as much. I think you get really good win opportunity if you're protecting your ratios. I get not doing this, but I think if you're looking for strikeouts, you're looking for wins, you're rolling with Charlie Morton here.
Yeah, I think whip chasers have to be really careful with Morton because that's where he can really sting you with a 1.5. Even in a relatively good outing where he gets the win, he gets a bunch of Ks, he has a decent ERA, you can still get that 1.5 whip because he puts the base runners on. Luis Garcia for the Astros is going to get the Angels and a trip to Texas. Are these his first 2 starts? Has he pitched at all? Because I'm confusing him and Javier.
No,
I think.
Or wait, who are you talking about?
Luis Garcia. Yeah. Okay, I was confusing the 2. No, he hasn't pitched in the majors yet. This is gonna be his season debut, and that's what I was making sure that I wasn't.
He was pitching in the minors. Sorry,
conflating the 2. Yes, he has rehabbed and everything. So this will be his first 2 starts. So I guess I'm more interested if you have any idea about picking up and stashing, because I doubt you're starting a 2-step off of a huge injury, missing a full season. Like he didn't pitch at all last year, so like I can't.
Has he pitched in the majors since 2023? Because I don't.
Yeah, no. So full missed year.
Yeah, like
And
I
Luis
get
Garcia, how many innings did he even pitch in 23? It was only 27. So basically 2 full missed years here.
now he has been pretty good in his rehabs, right? But we're also talking about, you know, double A, triple A,
Sure. I do like that walk
opportunities.
rate, though, at least.
Yeah, that's a big thing for Garcia because he's one of those guys that like the ball can get away from him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't like. I think this is a Hail Mary at best in 15s because you just don't know what you're gonna get. At the
Right.
same time, like these are two beatable teams.
I think
Texas
I should
just
say.
lost Corey Seager. Like, I can understand making a play at this if you're looking for wins.
Sure. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Like,
That it's really, really risky.
we have
It's
no
really,
idea
really
how, obviously with a guy returning like this, is he going to go 5? We don't know. But he got up to 6 in his last start in the minors. It was 75 pitches. He only threw 4 1/3 the start before that, but it was 84 pitches and 77 pitches the one before that. So the last 3 starts for Luis Garcia for the Astros, they've been enough to get 5 innings if he's pitching well. So you could get some wins here. Yeah, I can get on board with that. It's very scary. But if you're chasing, I think people that are chasing can go for Luis Garcia. Let's go to Yusei Kikuchi. He's not on the automatic board anymore. He graduated for a bit. He did. But he's back, and he's going to Houston and then hosting the Athletics. That scares the hell out of me, dude. I know 15s you kind of have to. You don't have better pitchers. I'm almost certain of it. Although he has a 143, Justin. Are you sure you have to? Are you sure you have to in a 15 even? I don't think you do. I'm going to retract that immediately. You don't have to.
Do I need to add to this conversation? I mean, I don't know. Like,
No, I don't think I'm having a conversation about myself, and I don't think we're starting him anywhere. Where the hell are you starting Kikuchi? I know he could have a gem. He had a gem 2 starts ago. Yeah.
Strikeouts is where you're starting him. The hard
10
part
in his last 3 starts though.
and
combined.
like I think if you don't care about your ratios, you can start him.
Sure.
Like, well, really, if you don't care about your whip, it's just your whip that he.
It's your whip. Yeah. If whip can't move, and Ks and wins will help you. Not that he's a huge wins guy, but they could win. Like
you
the
get the
Angels, they're
Athletics
okay.
away from Sacramento.
Yep.
Like
yep.
that's not a bad matchup.
No, you outlined some scenarios where I would start him. Okay, I'm not fully out on Kikuchi. Those are some viable scenarios. Those are plentiful too. There's people that their whip doesn't matter.
Like, let's say you got Kikuchi or Saccone. Which one are you starting?
Kikuchi.
Yeah. So
So no, you're
there's
right.
your scenario.
Better than I thought. All right, Ryan Gusto is going to get at Washington and home to Philly. He's been rough. He had some flair here and there in Houston. Since moving over to Miami, it hasn't quite been as much. Do you go for the Gusto here? Been waiting to say it. Nailed it. Yes.
No.
That's fine. Your answer was inconsequential. I just had to get the line out.
I know we don't name the episodes after like a line, but if we did, that would be the one. That would be the one right there.
9 earned last time out. 5 earned the one before that against Toronto, where he did last 6 innings, but no Ks. And then 6 innings, 3 runs, 8 Ks the start before that. So, like, he's all over the map. He could do well, but if a 7 earned run outing is going to kill your season, you cannot start Gusto.
He has given up 4 home runs in his last 2 starts, both of which were at home in spacious Miami.
Yikes.
Yeah.
No, I excuse me, I can't do it. I just can't get there at Washington, home to Philly. Jacob Mizorowski's on this list for an obvious reason. The innings, right? He did make it 5 last time out, maybe even more. I know he pitched to qualification level. Yeah, 5 innings, 3 runs, 10 Ks. Great outing. That's awesome. But 4, 1 1/3, 4, 3 2/3 the 4 before that. So it's still very much a risk. So where are you comfortable starting Miz? Do you just start him everywhere because the upside is still rich, or are you picking and choosing at all? Philly and at Pittsburgh. So the matchups are almost inconsequential. It's all about the innings and everything with Mizorowski.
Yeah, this one's hard because I think we talked about this recently with Mizorowski. Like, if he's not gonna go deep enough into the game to win, which I mean he did last time, right? But
Right, and that's the only reason I brought him back up was because, well, okay, he spiked one here with 10 Ks, got up to 93 pitches. Is he back being able to compete, or now do they downshift him after that start because he went 93?
I mean, right now the Brewers have a 6.5
me.
game lead on the Cubs.
Exactly. They don't have to throttle.
Like I think it's going to be really start to start.
Exactly.
Like if they get a lead, if they get like a 4-run lead in the third inning,
he's out.
He's out. Like, and
Yep.
so it's what can you handle in terms of like if you really need wins, you probably should go a different direction.
That's exactly.
But if you need strikeouts, you can still like he could go 4 innings and get 8-9 strikeouts. Like
he can get double digits even. Yeah, absolutely. That's on the table. Yep.
I think it's really need dependent in terms of your standings. And again, we've been hammering it home for the last 2 months. Like you should be playing your standings right now.
Absolutely. And someone like Mizorowski, who you would think is just full go, don't worry about it.
Yep.
Maybe is a little bit different here if you've got some situations where you're chasing the wins a little bit more. I'm sorry, Justin, but Bailey Ober's on this list, man. He's been rough.
Should be.
White Sox and at KC. We know what's been going on here. It's been a real washout season. Is there anything to salvage down the stretch here? He's made it at least, he's still an innings eater of today's game, meaning he goes 5 consistently, but the results have been mediocre at best. What's up with your boy Ober? Are you fully out?
I think for the most part, especially with like Minnesota just not being very good since the break.
Yeah, because your win potential is also now.
Yeah, now that's gone. Like you're not even guaranteed strikeouts, right? Like the strikeouts
they've come way down.
Yeah, and so I don't know what scenarios you want to start him in. Maybe a deep 15 because of the matchups. Like I could see with Chicago, the White Sox, and Kansas City in Kansas City. Where you get protected from home. Like, those are good matchups. So, like,
sure,
I can make the argument in a 15, but I'm not making the argument in 10 or 12.
Yep, that's exactly where I'm at with Ober. Best I can do is a 15 for you. Taijuan Walker at Milwaukee, at Miami. Win potential, of course, being on the Phillies. He's in the rotation for a while. He can spin a gem every once in a while, but he obviously has the downside, too. In fairness to him, since rejoining the rotation, we haven't really seen the downside very often. Yeah. And I think what they've been good at is pulling the plug when it starts to go haywire. They're not letting him eat, the monster dud. So in 47 innings, spanning 9 starts, Taijuan Walker has a 3.61 ERA, but only 27 Ks, 10 walks, 8 homers. You see the issues here, right? And only 3 decisions. Now, part of that is just the games, because he's made it at least 5 in all but 2 of the starts, but he doesn't even have any cheap wins. That would still be the main reason I would use him, would be to spike a win or 2 because he's on Philly. But as much as I love Taijuan Walker, I don't see a lot of juice here. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, over his last 7 starts, Taijuan Walker has a 3.43 ERA, 125 WHIP. In 39 and a third innings, and he's gone at least 5 in every single one of those outings. Only 1 win to show for it, as you kind of just alluded to there, and only 20 strikeouts in 39 and a third.
That's the crazy part, right?
He just doesn't K9 is bats. 4.58. Like that is terrible. He's really just allowing a ton of contact.
Can't deal with that.
Yeah, we go and we look at the matchups. What does Milwaukee do? They make contact. They make a ton of contact.
Yep.
I can understand streaming this in a 15 if you're looking for wins, right? You get Miami at the end in a good pitcher's park, but that front half is scary, and we always say it, right? Like the back half is the one that you're really at risk of losing.
Yes. The good part here is like who the hell are they going to turn to after losing Wheeler? Like,
and they're both in parks you're not worried about losing, right? Like you're not worried about Milwaukee, you're not worried about Miami because domes and stuff. So
so we feel good that Taijuan Walker's going to pitch both. It is going to be bumpy if there's any ratio.
It's really just win seeking. If you're win seeking in a deeper league, that's it. Yeah.
And I've been in that scenario where I'm like, I would probably start this, hold my nose.
I'm in that scenario in a league right now where like the 2 places I can gain points are saves and wins. Strikeouts, ratios.
So you would start Walker.
Yeah, and so like I'm either starting Walker or I'm starting a guy that I think might pick up a save this week. But like if you're looking for strikeouts at all, like no, go somewhere else.
It's so crazy how differently we play the leagues down the
Yeah,
stretch.
it is. It really is.
Let's go to Mike Burrows with Pittsburgh. Now, this interesting part here is it could be like Burrows, Bubba, piggybacking here with Bubba getting the good part for fantasy purposes in the middle. It's the Dodgers and versus Milwaukee, so a devastating 2 start. And Burrows could be on the front end now. Oh, no, excuse me, it was Ashcraft. I was going to say the other day.
Ashcraft,
Yeah. I was going to say the other day he went deep. But Burrows is interesting, too.
There's a chance Burrows doesn't even make this start. Like,
oh, why is that?
So, manager Don Kelly said that Burrows won't make a start during the weekend, but he could be available in relief, which would push back his schedule.
Yeah.
So, like, I think, especially because he's a young guy, like, and they want to watch his innings, I think this one's actually really, really risky. I think there's a really good chance that Burrows does not make this start.
I think you don't start him anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think you do either. I think there's a really good chance he could get shut down. And what happens if you only get the LA start? Like, you want to start that one anyways, and then like
you don't want Milwaukee. That's
you don't want Milwaukee. Yes,
yeah, so they could maybe like pitch him twice on the weekend and then give him the whole week off because this schedule is devastating, dude. Not that they're like protecting him from tough teams or whatever. They really actually should want him against the good teams. But I don't know what they're going to do here. My biggest fear though is you get 6 innings. You get 2 3-inning starts that aren't really starts against 2 remarkably difficult teams with no margin for error, with no win upside. I like Mike Burrows a bit. Not here. It's a no-go for me anywhere this week. Carson Whisenhunt is going to go 2 Coors, which of course instantly makes it tough, and then 2 St. Louis, which can smooth it out after that because they're not that good and the park is much, much better. But what have you seen from Carson Whisenhunt as a Giants fan? Anything that gets you on an at Colorado, at St. Louis 2-step?
I mean, at Colorado, I don't think so because it's Colorado and
they've been playing better too. They're not as approachable
Doyle's
at
come
home.
alive, baby.
Yep,
he is. Really,
they're not
really
as approachable at home. They were for like 2-3 months at the beginning of the year. You could start mediocre starters in Coors. I'm off that one now.
And what do guys have trouble with when they go to Colorado? Right, they have trouble with command and control.
Absolutely.
And Whisenhunt has 0 command and control
of either.
Yeah. So like this is not a situation I really want to get into. I think Whisenhunt is a reliever long term. I know he's top 100 prospect, and I know a lot of people are like him. The changeup is elite, but unless he gets another pitch or 2, really, I just don't see a future with him as a starter. And so for that reason alone, and then you look at the matchups with going to Colorado, I think I'm staying away from this as far as I can.
Yep. So am I with Carson Whisenhunt, and I agree with you on all those points, including going forward with regard to the reliever risk. I think I can save us some time on the next one unless you want to expound, but it's Shane Baz at home twice. I don't even need to tell you the names, folks. He's got the clearest home road split in the game. Yeah. 706, 159 at home for the ERA whip, 359, 116 on the road. No, it's Seattle and Cleveland if you did want to know, but no, I'm just not doing it. Moving on then. Patrick Corbin. It's a bummer how this unraveled, right? Like it completely.
We knew it was going to, though.
I know, but I was liking it. I was happy for him, you know. But it's completely unraveled to the point where he's kind of stinky now. I doubt you're starting him anywhere. But at Arizona and home to Houston, any chance for Corbin?
I mean, he did just throw an 8-inning shutout.
He did. That, you know what? That's fair. And I had not known that. I just knew that he had like 4 bad ones in a row. Yeah. I did miss that because that was a few days ago.
It doesn't make me feel any better though. Like it really doesn't. Like it.
It's going to get him. It's going to get him started in some spots.
Okay.
Is that a mistake?
Yeah, I mean, at Arizona and then versus Houston is a huge mistake.
It was a rhetorical question. Of course, it's a mistake. Don't do that, folks. I'm sorry. Don't do that, and don't do it with this next lefty either. I don't think. I mean, actually, no. It's a lot. I can't conflate Corbin and Mackenzie Gore. I'm joking with that. They're not the same. They're not the same. But Mackenzie Gore is going to host Miami and go to the Cubs. I am very nervous with him, but he's back on the list because he's been so inconsistent. But this is the kind of guy you stream because the upside is still rich. it's a bomb, and if you're chasing whip, I think you have to be very careful and probably not do this. But any other scenario, if I'm chasing ERA, strikeouts, and even wins, not that they're good, but he can win when he's good. Everywhere else, I'm going to start Gore. What about you? I know he's been your guy.
Yeah, I think I'm starting Gore. Like I know it's been uneven, but the underlying pitching metrics say that he should be better than the results maybe have shown. And you just get so many strikeouts, 28% strikeout rate. The whip is a problem. And that is something we're going to have to continue to discuss heading into next year for Mackenzie Gore.
Yep, because he did it again.
This is a
Justin,
bad whip guy. Like this is the guy you pair with Joe Ryan. And
if I see anybody, and listen, I should be looking in a mirror just because I cite it every year. One more person tries to say, if he gets his BABIP, he's not a good bat. He gets tattooed 332 this year after a 341, 310, 312. Line drives galore. This guy just gets pasted when he misses. Mackenzie Gore. He's good, but the inconsistency, I think it's just always going to be there until he figures that piece out. Maybe there's a world where he still does at 27, but that is the missing ingredient. That when Gore misses, it isn't just a knock. It's a bomb. It's a double in the gap. It's 470, and that's the frustrating part.
Yeah.
So anyway, again, I think anything strikeout related, if you can get points in strikeouts, you're going for him. Unless you're also super protecting whip, then you have to kind of do the balance of which, what can hurt you more. But that's it. Short list this week. Again, Ryan Nelson, Brian Bayo, Hunter Green, Noah Cameron, Max Fried, Dylan Cease, Luis Castillo, and Sonny Gray are the automatics. Justin, what do you got going on this weekend, brother?
Not much, man. Gonna record Jason hopefully on Sunday.
You doing any football? You got any football going on?
Oh, I've got a million football drafts.
Okay, I should have known. I hadn't heard you talk about them, so I wasn't entirely sure.
Yeah. I mean, I got a million football drafts. I don't care about any of them though. I
almost did a spit take, bro. Oh my god.
I think at this point, my most expensive league.
Your league mates listening to this single tear streaming down their face.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, if you're in one of my leagues and you are listening to this, I don't give a shit about fantasy football anymore. Like I really don't. Like I play because it is so easy, and there really isn't a ton of skill involved. I mean, I won like 4 of my 7 leagues last year, and and I do zero prep. Like I legit, I'm gonna be bowling tonight and drafting a team. Like I could not care less about.
I play for the camaraderie still.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm down to 2. Both are local. They're big parties. In fact, Justin, our draft took 5 fucking hours last night. That part I don't like as much because there's no clock, and it meandered. We had a few online people that took way too long. Anyway,
see, if you're online...
Dude, the fact that it was the online offenders. Because people in the room, they'll get razzed a little bit after 30, 40 seconds. Hey, what's going on? Okay, I need 1 extra minute. Okay. It was the online people, and obviously they can't catch heat because what are we going to do? Just chat to them? They don't even see it. So, yeah. It was pretty rough. But, I only do 2, and I went full homer yesterday. I opened with Gibbs at pick 3. I got Gibbs. I got Laporta, Goff, Jameson Williams, the defense. I got it all.
And that's the beauty of fantasy football for me right now is
both of us can be homers. Yeah,
they're finally good. So I can finally actually draft my guys.
It's a winning strat to actually be a Lions homer, and it's so fun.
Yeah, and as a Commanders fan, it's weird. I keep jokingly say I'm the Will Ferrell gift from Talladega Nights right now. It's what do I do with my hands? I don't know
what to do with my hands. We're good at football.
I don't know how this is.
That's how I felt too. 2 years now, I'm starting to trust it, which means they'll rug pull me this year. But I totally understand where I was the Lions are legit awesome. What the hell? So it's great. Yeah. Obviously, I hate your team so much for what they did to my heart last year, but I do respect them. It is a begrudging, respectful hate if there is such a thing, because damn, they put on a clinic and embarrassed our team. Anyway, enough football stuff. You said you and Jason are probably going to get together if you can. You guys can talk Commanders all the long day.
He had something that popped up last minute, and so I didn't have time to go get a guest. So we should be good to roll, hopefully this week. And if for some reason something happens, I'll call Joe or something like that.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll call in a guest.
Maybe you call me.
Or maybe
if you give me some warning.
I need to pull in a guest or two anyways, because I want to really hype up First Pitch Arizona.
Yes, that's a good idea. We could do
so we need to maybe
September
Bloomfield on here, and maybe get like Ray Murphy and Brent Hershey, and maybe some other guys. So
fantastic idea.
You know what? I'm gonna just like go around Jason, so that way if something happens, like I still have a guest. But also, if you haven't been to First Pitch Arizona before, or if you have,
we love
come
it.
back. Like
we always talk about it, folks. Not paid promotion. They treat us well, but they're not asking us to do this. This is all about us loving this event. This is our Super Bowl. I always talk about being the squirrel that gather up all my baseball for the winter. I get my last big scoop for the winter at First Pitch, and I take that home, and I have to nurse that until we hear gloves pop in February.
I don't even really go to the games.
Not anymore. No,
I barely even go to the panels. Like, I am really there for hanging out with people, talking baseball. We're up till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Poker.
Playing poker, talking baseball. I learned so much just sitting around, chatting with people.
You can do it a lot of different ways, however you want to do the conference. You can go be part of everything.
Across the street. It's
you can hang, you can go to games. Like, there's so many different ways to do the conference. There's some people that are like living at the stadiums and they dip in on things. Hey, they'll check out one poker night. Oh, I was at the game, 4 hours today. I did back-to-back games, stuff like that. So you can be the game head, you can be the panel person, you could be doing all of it so many different ways. It's amazing. We're going to be there. A lot of fun. So it's early November, baseballhq.com for all the details. It's first weekend in November. Should be after Halloween, so you don't have to worry about going out on your kiddos. Even though if you're Jason, you just do it, fuck them, right? Fuck them kids was his motto. I think that was his quote.
Yeah.
Was his direct quote?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. His kids, I think one of his
can't wait till he listens to
birthdays,
this tomorrow. I believe it was "fuck them kids." That's what he would bust into a panel while the speaker was going on. He said "fuck them kids," and I'm like, Jason, come on, man, we're doing a panel anyway. So you might see some of that, some real disrespectful stuff from Jason Collette. But other than that, it's a lot of fun. So come out to First Pitch Arizona. We will be doing our podcast live there. Did you see that? Did you see the email?
I saw it came through, but I did not see when it was.
We're going Saturday afternoon after Bubba and Bloom.
What happened to our late night spot?
I don't think anyone's doing late night, at least not on the email that I got. So I don't know.
I don't like that.
I don't either. I wish we were doing late night. I like doing late night, but that's okay.
Let's talk to Brent.
I will put you in charge of that. Okay. Because you're the smooth talker. If you want to get us, I said everything's fine, but I'm down for whatever. But it looks like it's Saturday morning for Rates and Barrels. Actually, I don't know how much of this I should be giving. It's just a podcast schedule. It can't be that. Subject to change, right? Anything I say, subject to change. And then Bubba Bloom follows us. So, yeah, you can talk to Brent, but we will be there.
Or I'll just do my own podcast Saturday
And we're doing
night.
our own podcast Saturday night out on the street.
Yeah.
A busking podcast. Come by, drop a nickel. No. Anyway, Justin, have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back early next week sometime with Joe to finish the meatball up. And then if they can both get together twice next week, then we'll do a Thursday up with something new, a new spicy topic. And then, of course, Friday with the 2 steps. All right. Have a good one. Peace.
Take it easy.